All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you if I had to start from zero, how I would build a full-time income online as a digital business builder, assuming that I had absolutely no followers, that I didn't come to the scene with a product to sell, and that I had no experience. Now, the funny thing is that's exactly how I did get started so many years ago. And the one thing that I want you to understand is that that is literally how the majority of people get started. They have nothing, and so many of us come to the internet with aspirations of wanting to grow an online income for ourselves through the power of digital entrepreneurship. And so today I'm going to run through the plays that I would run if I was starting off with no experience and with nothing based upon all of my years of experience. So I am coming from a place where I have used digital marketing skills and online business knowledge to replace my full-time nursing income and to build a six-figure business for myself. And I've helped a lot of other people be able to do the same for themselves. And I continue to help people get started from nothing, learn the ropes, and position themselves to make really great money online. And so I'm going to be bringing all of that experience to this video today and share with you exactly how I would get started today if everything were taken from me, or if someone said, hey, Steph, show me how to get started making money online. I know absolutely nothing, but I want to get started. What would you suggest? This is literally the plan that I would share with them because, again, it's how I got started so many years ago, and it allowed me to get into profit status really, really quickly. So the very first play is that I would not focus on growing my own audience or focused on growing a follower base, but instead I would focus on a visibility plan. Now here is why. First off, so many people do think that they have to jump online and that they have to go on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, and that the focus has to be on growing their own audience, like getting people that are interested in them first before they can begin to sell something. And what I will tell you is that on every single one of these platforms, the audience is not only already there, but there are buyers, tons of buyers that are already on these platforms as well. And so if you can just simply learn how to show up and get in front of them, believe it or not, there are tons of people that will come to discover you for the first time and that will decide to buy from you pretty immediately as well. I have proved this in my business time and time again as buyers come across my content and decide to buy from me right after first exposure. And on top of that, when I first got started so many years ago, I made my first sale on day number 3 of being on YouTube. So I had done maybe a total of 3 videos. It was a brand new YouTube channel. I had no subscriber base. I had no email list. I had no experience. I was just jumping out there. And on day number 3, the first person bought from me. And after 30 days, 28 people bought from me. So at that phase, all I had done was committed to getting visible. And because I committed to getting visible every single day, brand new people that were on YouTube, or should I say, people that were already on YouTube discovered me and decided to purchase what it was that I was selling. So again, if I had to start from zero, I'd focus on getting crazy visible daily on a platform that already has millions of users on it. Right? And here's the thing, where there are millions of users, and remember, users are real people. So sometimes when we replace these words, right, we kind of take away the whole idea that these are millions of people that are watching videos, watching reels, watching TikToks, watching carousels. They're in the comments. These are real people. And a percentage of all of these millions of people, guess what? There's a percentage that are interested in what any one of us can be selling at any given point in time. And just for numbers' sake, I want you to understand how big this is. It's so much bigger than each and every one of us. Number one, YouTube has over 122 million people daily using the platform. Instagram has over 500 million people daily on Instagram. TikTok has 1.12 billion monthly that's on their platform. Threads, over 100 million daily, and Facebook 2.11 billion daily. Listen, don't you sleep on Facebook. If that happens to be a platform that you love and you want to grow on, just know again, that people are already there. All right, I'm going to share this real quick story with you. So not only did I make my first sale on day number 3 when I first got started as a complete newbie, which is where you might be right now, but last year I kept proving this point over and over and over again, and I can continue to keep proving that point over and over and over again to this very day, how people discover me for the very, very first time, and from one video, they decide to purchase from me. Right? And so again, because I'm constantly focused on getting visible, realizing there's always more people out there that are not a part of my audience. So yes, over the years, clearly I continue to build an audience, but even beyond my small little audience, there are still millions of people out there that are coming onto these platforms for the first time or that are unaware, right, of my brand, of my content that I get the opportunity to get in front of by simply having a commitment to getting visible. And so if somebody can come online as a complete newbie and make their first sale on day number 3 from an audience, right, that they don't own themselves, it's telling you that this is possible for anyone. And what's so important is to understand this means the playing field is level. It's literally level for anyone that can simply make their mind up that they're going to commit to getting visible on a daily basis. That should be your highest priority if you're wanting to start getting paid and making money. Play number 2. I would not create a product from scratch. Instead, I would partner with one. So again, I want to go back to when I was a complete newbie. I didn't create a product when I first came online. What happened was I actually invested into a product for a couple of bucks that began to teach me what I wanted to know about making money online. And then I was given the opportunity to begin selling that product for 100% profits. Right? For my very first few years in business, honestly, for my first several few years in business, I actually leveraged high in demand offers that were already made and ready to be sold. And oftentimes these offers or these products or these opportunities paid me 100% profits, and I earned hundreds to thousands of dollars per transaction. And in none of those instances did I have to create the product, think of the product, go into a cave, and then test the product and hope that it works. No. I decided to sell high in demand digital products and digital offers and digital opportunities, right, that were already selling for other people, and I just decided to leverage it for myself. So it's much like franchising. I keep talking about that a lot lately. Right? Like, why do we think people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to franchise opportunities? It's because it's proven, right? They're deciding to sell something where other people are already successfully making money with it. So no, if I was suggesting someone get started and they want to get started fast and they want to get to full-time status fast, like, don't create something, but instead partner with something that's already working for other people. And I really want to make sure that I add this part on because I realized how good I had it when I first got started, is because I did not have to focus on going out there and sourcing a product or creating a product. I got to jump immediately into the activities that were going to help me make money, which was selling. And this is exactly where so many brand new people get stuck or they never get out there, is because they're so focused on everything else. Sourcing a product, picking a product, creating a product, market research, niche discovery, branding, like all of these things that they can make a difference in your business. But if your focus is getting out there and proving to yourself that you can make some money, then you need to be out there doing the things that are going to help you make money. And so when you get started, like I did, where you have a done for you product, there really was nothing more for me to do than to get out there and to begin talking about that product. Again, getting visible, jumping out there where people already are, letting them know what I had and giving people, write this down, an opportunity to buy. So I truly believe if I had to create something, like if I would have learned something and then the next step was, go figure out how to create an ebook or how to create this or go find a product to sell, there's no way I would have made my first sale on day number 3. And there probably would have been no likelihood that I would have made 28 sales in my first 30 days because I would have been focused on creativity or focused on production versus focused on the activities that would actually lead me to making sales. And so that's why I'm so passionate around done for you products that a brand new person can start selling immediately. I just think it's so important to prove to yourself that you can make money, that people will buy from you, and that you can actually win, because it allows your mind to remember that win, right? And again, the faster you get these wins, again, the more momentum, the more adrenaline, just all the good feels, the good vibes that you need to have to keep you going, right? They're there, and they trust me on this. They really do make a difference, because you simply believe, right? And you know that if you can do it once, you can do it over and over and over again. And that's exactly how I felt when I made my very first sale. I knew that there were hundreds and thousands of more people that would buy from me as well. If one person could find me and buy from me, why wouldn't hundreds or thousands of people? And so it really did make a difference in the way that I got started. So as you can see, right, number one, we're going to borrow the audience of one of these platforms. We're not going to fret about creating our own audience first. And then we're going to bring an existing product that's already hot selling to that platform, right? And by focusing on getting visible, we will begin to sell that product to an audience that is already on the platform. From there, guess what? You will not only begin to build a buying base, but you'll also begin to build your own audience, where just naturally people will begin to follow you, subscribe, whatever they do on the platform, and you'll also begin to build your email list and other things as well. And we'll keep talking about that. But you see how this works? You get to make money while you are doing these things versus the other way around. And I'm here to tell you that if you can get paid fast, it does so much for your confidence. Because when I made that first sale on day number 3, you couldn't tell me nothing. When I came home from working as a nurse that day and I realized that someone had found my video and decided to buy from me, I knew that I had locked in on this, and I knew that I was going to make a real go out of this, and I knew that this was going to work for me. And then, like I said, 30 days later, 28 people that I did not know discovered my content and decided to buy from me. Rest is history, like they always say. Play number 3 is I would focus on building connections through video. So if all the things that I could do on the internet, or all the things I could suggest for someone else to do, I would opt for building connections through video. I made my first 28 sales online as a complete newbie. Here is why. Because I focused on sharing my authentic story and my journey in real time. And I was connecting with those that could relate to me all through videos on YouTube. It is so important for you to understand this. Outside of you meeting with somebody one-to-one, video is going to build connections the fastest. People can see you and or hear you. They can see your mannerisms. They can see whether or not they vibe with you. Believe it or not, so much energy is exchanged through the power of video. And again, let's add this as another layer. This is why so many people have felt comfortable buying from me after watching one video of mine. Again, because of the power of video, because of the power of energy exchange. All right. So as an example, right, in my business, and if I was starting off and I were selling a digital product proven to help people learn how to start an online business, I would focus on attracting people who are interested in wanting to learn how to start an online business. And I would connect with them through my story using video. All right. I would use my attraction marketing storytelling formula, which is this. Here's where I am, here's where I'm going, and here's what I'm using to get me there, right? And so I would be telling elements of where I am right now in life, where I plan to go, and again, being a tour guide by sharing my solution, aka the product that I was actually selling. I would be focused on real connections. We're talking building know, like, and trust with each viewer the best that I could. And here's the thing that you really got to understand. I would not be focused on going viral. Instead, I would be so much more focused on allowing every single view to count. I would create my content, right, with the whole mindset that every single person that watches this video, I want them to know that I know what they're thinking, that I know where they are, that I know what they want. I want them to feel like I am a fly on the wall. Why do I say that? Because over my years, that's one of the biggest compliments that I've heard from people. Steph, I feel like you know me. And that is because when I create my videos and my content, I create it again with my ideal buyer in mind. understanding where they are, what they want, how they want to get there, what they want to experience, right? Like I speculate on all the things I believe I know about them, and then I bring that to my content. And so I would focus way more heavily, right, on connection versus the need for having to go viral like so many of the young kids focus on today. Connections are everything. Just because you get millions of people to view something doesn't mean that they will actually end up buying. It just simply means that your content was worthy of getting the click, but not necessarily building connections. And it's really the connections that get people to buy. So what is it that you want? Do you want money in the bank, or do you just want your views, right, to look beefy? It's entirely up to you. I'm just telling you what I would do if I was looking to go full-time online, again, as quickly as I possibly can. And what this basically does, it gets you focused and concentrated, right, in the right areas. You begin to layer these things and work these things together. And I'm telling you, chef's kiss, like you literally do have a magical formula. Play number 4 is I would show up daily on my chosen platform. So again, showing up daily is how you increase your luck. This is so important. So many people want to get lucky, right? Like they want to know how people pop off and why it takes other people longer. If you want to increase your luck online, then you've got to decide to be online. Because here's the thing. We talked about earlier that all of your buyers are already out there. Like you're borrowing the audience of TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. The people are already out there. Your buyers are already out there. So what does that mean for you? It means that you should be out there. So if you know that in the next month you would love to have 20 buyers, right? And you know they're on YouTube because that's the platform you want to be on, then guess where you need to be? You need to be out there every single day in front of them, right? Setting yourself up to be discovered and to be seen by them. Again, increase your luck by deciding to show up every single day. All right. Every day that you decide not to show up is a day where literally you're not opening your doors for business. And again, it was not luck that in my first 30 days, I made 28 sales. When I think back, I think I did around 30 videos in my first 30 days. I was doing something every single day to create visibility. So I'm telling you, I know that running these plays work. Play number 5 is I would have a simple sales system that focused on 2 things. Not aesthetics, right? Not beauty, but number 1, building my own email list, and number 2, making sales. And here's the thing, is this sales system, it would position me to make sales immediately. Again, it's already tested and proven. So I'm telling you, based upon all of my years of experience and knowing what works, right? I know exactly what I would do and why. So the reason I know that this sales system would be positioned to make me sales immediately is because by doing videos and making connections, once someone actually makes it over to my sales page, they're already pretty much warmed up, right? And so the power of video and then sending people to my sales page would allow me to pick up sales right quickly. And then from those that maybe weren't ready to buy because I'm building an email list, I would be able to pick up sales on the back end through email marketing. All right. Again, time and time again in my business, I've seen this formula work. Someone can discover me one day and decide to buy the same day. Another person can discover me, jump on my email list, and maybe they buy days, weeks, months, or sometimes even a year later. I am available for any time the cash flow wants to come into me. And that's why I set very simple systems up like this to make sure, right, that I am available for the cash flow. I hope you're seeing how all of these plays running together as one big play, again, it sets you up to win. Again, even if you have no experience, you will begin to build your experience as you build your cash flow, right? That is the best way that I can describe it. I didn't sit back and gain all this knowledge and then go out there and make money. I literally made my first sale on day number 3, right? And then day after day, as I was making more sales, I got more knowledgeable. I gained more experience. I gained more confidence, right? Again, because I was out there amongst the people, getting visible and building connections, right? And then selling my product in the midst of all of that. Play number 6. I wouldn't try to do all the things. That is for sure something that is a plague of the times that we are in right now. There's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and there's so many things you could do on each platform, and there's so many ways that you can make money, right? And there's just so many ways that you can sell. It's so easy to think that you have to be all over the place. And all I can tell you is I would just have a very simple yet repeatable daily method. Please write that down. Your daily method is going to be what's going to get you paid. A commitment to that daily method. All right. And so my daily method would comprise of one product and one platform. Again, we already know the product would be a digital product that's already hot selling that I am not creating, but I am partnering with or I'm licensing, right? I have the opportunity to sell it as my own. I am not creating it. And then one platform. And when I got started, it was that one product that I was selling, and it was YouTube. That was it, right? And I would build a dependable path to leads and cash flow. Again, when you're focused on all the things, oftentimes you don't have a dependable path to the things that matter. So on a daily basis, as I focused on that one platform, getting visible, building connections through video, and introducing or inviting or being a tour guide to that one thing that I was selling, all roads would lead to my simple sales system where they would become a lead, right? And then a percentage would buy, right? By keeping my focus there, I am locking in on the fact that my business will start to get results. So many people come online and they're all over the place. They don't give anything the opportunity or the chance to grow. They're dipping their toe here or there. They're dibbling and dabbling. They're giving things 60 days or 30 days. They're putting stipulations on their business, but they're not committed to anything. You have to have a commitment if you want to see something grow. You have to be willing to see it through. And I'm telling you, running these plays, it really does help to keep things simple and to lock you in. And I'm going to tell you this. As you start making money, it's going to reinforce that you are doing the right things, and you will find it easier to lock in, and you'll keep doing more of the things that are actually leading to the leads and the cash flow. That's why you've got to decide to get yourself set up as fast as possible to begin getting those wins and making money. Again, like I said, first sale on day number 3, like you couldn't tell me anything, and that just reinforced to keep doing what I was doing. What I had done in those first 3 days, just keep doing it. And again, 30 days, 28 sales. Something clearly worked, right? Again, it's running these plays. All right, play number 7. This is a biggie. And I know a lot of times people don't think, right, this is important, or they think they make this decision, but they don't. I would decide to make money. I would not tell myself things like I was buying my time or my time will come. I would not be okay with it taking forever. I would absolutely be, this is the way I like to think about it, I would be impatient while I was patient. The impatience would come from taking massive action always, getting visible, creating videos that build connection, all the things we talked about in today's video. That would be where my impatience would be, insistence on getting out there, knowing my buyers are out there. The patient part would be, well, of course, if I do these things, the money will come. But see, in my patience, I'm expecting the money to come because I'm doing the right things. And I would be so insistent in those things that, again, for me, I know the money would come. It's always worked that way for me. That is how, I know with all of my experience, these are the plays that I would run, and these are the plays that I would suggest for another person. And I personally think a brand new person would be ecstatic, right, over running these plays because they're simple. Anyone can do this. There was nothing too hard, nothing over the top, nothing too techy, like nothing that screams you have to be a guru or you have to have experience. Like you just have to have a willingness to want to get something started for yourself and to get out there where the people are. So you have to be willing to decide to make money. All right? And what this means, please write this down. And this might even apply to you today as you're watching this video. Right? Because if you've been putting off maybe investing into yourself, getting started, following through on something, maybe this is a huge wake-up call. Because I'm telling you, the only way I know that I keep making money is that every single day I make a decision and I make a commitment to make more money, period. I am unavailable to have a business that's not making me money. I also know that when I first got started as a complete newbie, I made a decision that I was making this my new way of life. That's all that I was committed to. So every single day I got out there like I was making this my new way of life. All right. So again, what this means is do not put off for tomorrow what you could do today. All right. I would not leave my success in the hands of tomorrow. I would leave it all on the table today. So if you're always focused on getting out there where the people are, knowing your buyers are on TikTok, and so you have a plan every single day to create your TikToks designed to build connection, create awareness, know, like, and trust, you're visible, right? That's deciding not to put off today or tomorrow what you can do today, right? Because if you have that attitude, now that means every single day you're doing something that has the potential of leading to cash flow. If you put off what you can do tomorrow, you're basically saying that you don't care about making money today. And that is the day and age that we're in when it comes to all of these social platforms. It's all about interest. People are consuming things they're interested in. And as long as we're out there being visible, creating this content, right, that can get in front of them, the platform will help put our content in front of people that are interested in the topics that we're talking about. It's no longer about the person that has the biggest audience that gets all the views or gets all the attention. Literally, each piece of content that you decide to create, each video has the potential, right, to grab attention, to be put in front of people that have an interest in what you are talking about. And so, yes, this does mean that I would build a full-time income online fast, right? I would work. I would decide to work. Period. I would hustle. I would grind. All of those toxic words that people love to use nowadays, I would be about it, right? Because I know that is the thing that would get me taking the kind of action that leads to results. I would not be sitting back waiting for things to happen. I wouldn't think that my results are going to come from hoping, wishing, and praying. Because what I do know, and please write this down, we do not get what we hope for or what we wish for. We get what we work for. And the internet does not change that. You still have to work for what you desire. All right. So stinking important. All right. So again, if I wanted to build a full-time income online starting from zero with no experience, no product, and no followers, these are the plays that I would run to comprise one major play that I would depend upon and focus on every single day. Now, let me share something with you that can make all of this a ton easier. Like if you're ready to get started with the things that I suggested, right? A done-for-you product that is hot selling, that's helping a lot of people make money and learn the business and just everything that you need to get set up really, really fast. All right, let me share something with you that I believe you're going to absolutely love if you've loved everything that I've broken down and shared in this video. All right, so I have a community called Digital Profits U. All right. And the first thing that you get inside of this amazing community, and it's called a learn and earn community because we set you up to learn the ropes of making money online. You get to learn the business of online business. You get to develop digital marketing skills. You get to learn everything about making money online and being an online business builder. But you also get to resell our entire package for 100% profit. So you have a ready-made product that you can begin selling for pretty hefty profits, not commissions, because the money comes directly to you. We set you up so that when you sell this, you are selling it like as your own offer. So when someone buys it for $500, they are paying you directly, and that money is going instantly into your bank account. So the first thing that you get is digital marketing training that you can refer to anytime you need to help you in learning this business. You do not have to go through this entire library or course before you start making money, but it's something that you do have access to help you in learning, honing, and even advancing your skills. And once you come inside of the community, I acclimate you to everything and I suggest a path for you to get started that will help you based upon your goals and also help you based upon how fast you want to get out there, start marketing, and start positioning yourself to make money. The second thing that you get is reseller training. Now that is where I suggest that you start because this is the training that I specifically set up to teach you everything I know about getting out there as a brand new person and positioning yourself to start marketing and to start getting paid. I teach you from not only my newbie experience, but everything that I've learned over my 17 years. And I've gotten rid of all the complications, all the complexities, and I've given you just what you need to have the confidence to get out there, to start marketing, and to start selling. And when you're done with reseller training, remember we talked about your daily method. This is typically when someone's like, okay, I'm done with training. Now what? And some people never start their marketing. I've even taken that guesswork away, because when you're done with reseller training, I have a program that you get to tap into completely for free that's going to help you with your daily method. It's going to help you with what to post, what kind of content to create. It's going to help you with every aspect of your marketing. So literally every single day you have a plan, and all you got to do is do it. All right. So again, with this, there is never any starting from scratch. All right, the next thing that you get is a pre-built sales system. This sales system is going to do exactly what I talked about in this video. It's going to help you build your email list, and it's going to help you make sales. And we give you everything that you need for this pre-built system, including the emails and including the step-by-step training. And so many people are getting their sales system set up within 48 hours. I love, love, love this, because again, it proves that I have stripped away the complexity and that I have things in place where people really can get started quickly. You also get access to ongoing training, resources, and money-making strategies to help you in staying up on what's going on online, what's working online, advancements, with technology, with AI, and then again, of course, advancing your skills also. All right, because the way you get started might not be the way that you continue on once you've made your first 6 figures. You might want to explore other things, and that's where you can tap into the digital marketing library, as well as all of our ongoing training and money-making strategies as well. We also have weekly office hours for support, guidance, and on-the-spot mentorship. So every single week you can show up in our private Zoom room where you can ask questions, get guidance, hear from other people that are out there with the same aspirations as you. And again, a place for you to know you're not in this all by yourself. So if you do have questions, you can get them answered. This could be any kind of questions: mindset stuff, tech support, strategy stuff, daily method, whatever. You're not in this all by yourself. And I think that's super, super important. And what I love about all of this is that it's twofold. You can come in, you can begin to learn all of these things, and then you can decide to learn and then do your own thing with the information. That's what's so empowering, is that you are developing real digital marketing skills. You are developing real online business knowledge, right? That no one can ever take away from you. And so over my 17 years, because I've developed the skills, I've been able to write my own paycheck anytime that I want to. I've been able to create products and services and offers anytime that I want to, right? And because I'm building an email list, I can send it out to my email list and make money overnight. Time and time again, my digital marketing skills have come in clutch with helping me make the money that I need to make anytime I need to make it. So please write this down. Skills pay the bills. This is not just some flash in the pan money making program. Yes, we have an emphasis on getting you started fast and, allowing so much of it to be easy, because if you're just getting started, I want to set you up to win. But I also want to make sure that you have everything that you need to really build strong skill sets beyond what you might sell initially. All right. That helped me out so much as I advanced my business over the years. I don't think there's any way that I would have been able to replace my nursing income and go on to create a 6-figure business if I didn't have an emphasis on learning these skills and really being about the online business world. That's why I consider myself a business builder, right? Because I think people have to have that mindset that you're not just coming into this as like a laptop lifestyle, type thing. No, like you've got to develop your skills, learn this stuff. And again, you've got to decide to be a builder. And then the final thing, the way that you can look at this is that you can decide to come in and learn and then decide to earn through our done for you business model, right? So just like I am selling this entire package, this entire community to you, right? You can position yourself to sell all of this, right? To, the buyers that are going to come across your TikToks, your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever you decide to pick, whatever platform you decide to hail on, people will be able to discover you and they can buy this entire package from you as well. And you never have to create, right, anything regarding this product. It's hand delivered to you. And it's all set up in your pre-built sales system. So when you're all done with your sales system, this product, right, is instantly set up to be sold for $500. When you're done with that pre-built sales system, right, you can go out there and share it with someone and someone could literally decide to buy it from you and that money will come instantly and directly to you. So again, my friend, I so hope that you are leaving better. I know I am like all jacked up on Mountain Dew right now. I am so excited over this because my goal, my dream, my aspiration is to not only continue to make my world better through the power of digital marketing and digital entrepreneurship. Like, I'm going to keep making the money. My job is literally wanting to inspire and empower way more people to start building freedom-based businesses that allow them to make real money now, real money sooner, so they can start experiencing and living more of life now. We're not building, right, so that in 5 to 10 years we have something. We're building now. We're making money now, right? But we're also building something that can be very sustainable, right, into, our retirement years or, job optional years, wherever you might be in life right now. All right. And so if you want to learn more about this, I'll drop the link down below in the description. Just click on it and you can check everything out and decide to get started. There are also Klarna and Afterpay options so you can split up your payments. I've seen people get started for $125 all the way down to $43. So if you're familiar with Klarna and Afterpay, that might be a really great way for you to get started by splitting up your payments. But the investment all in all is only $500 for all of this, and an opportunity to instantly be in position to earn $500 if you decide to sell this entire opportunity to other people. And trust me, there are tons and tons and tons of people out there that are not only looking to learn these skills, but are looking for a really solid opportunity to earn as well. So I hope that you are leaving better. All right, feel free to please like this video. Let YouTube know that this video did it for you, that it was what you were looking for, that you clicked on it and I delivered on what you clicked on, right? And if you want to stay in the know, make sure that you do subscribe. I look so forward to seeing you in my next video, and I hope that I get to see you in office hours and then I'm seeing you inside of the community. We'll talk soon.